Welcome to Shuffled Live. It's Dr. Sibanda on African Voices. Today I've got a full stadium, full studio, a lot of guests, and it's exciting in here. You could feel it. We're going to be talking about TrueTalk Africa, a reading club for African kids in Sheffield. And I think that we'll hear what it does for these kids that we have here that represent what I think is a fantastic idea. I've got Yaira at the beginning, Yenam, Busi, Chizzie, and Maureen. Guys, welcome.
Thank you.
Hi. Yeah, we okay?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're feeling all right?
Yeah.
Good. Now, let's talk about this club. How long has this been going on? What do you do at the club, Maureen?
So there are 3 groups, and basically you read a book, and when you meet up, you do activities about the book, and you learn about the book, you talk about it, and learn more stuff about it and stuff like that.
Okay, what kind of stuff do we learn, Yaira?
In our group, we just discuss the book, so we have questions and we answer the questions. So the person that's in charge, he'll have questions that he's created before when he's read the book, and then he'll ask any one of us, so you have to be ready and prepared. Ready and prepared.
Busi, so how is this different from being in school? Does it feel like you're back in school again?
No, not really, because when we're at this book club, everyone gets to share what they think, and you get to hear what, you get to understand other people's perspective and, learn new things. But at school, it's kind of different because not everyone gets to.
Okay, why? How do you manage to get everybody to talk? Is it a smallish group?
Because they split the group into 3.
They split the group into 3, I see. Maureen, I'll come back to you again. How does that help you in any way with, you think, with achieving at school? What does it help you with? What do you benefit from this activity?
I read more books now, and it's pretty interesting because you're learning new stuff. So maybe if you're learning about refugees, because we had a book about refugees, you can sometimes explain and understand better than usual.
Yeah. Chizzie, do you like going to this club?
Yeah, going to the book club is really fun because we get to do activities to do with the book, and we get to try new foods.
You try new foods as well?
Yeah.
Is that why you've never invited me? I mean, I'd like to try some new foods. Okay, Yaira, tell me, why would... are people still allowed? Are the young people still allowed to join your club, or is it full now?
No.
That sort of thing.
No, lots of people can join. We don't mind. It's for anyone. Anyone can join. So.
Why are these books any different from the books you would have in school?
Yeah.
What makes them different?
These books have different authors, because books at school they have. Normally the books we read at school are British authors. We've got authors from many different countries and different cultures, so you learn a lot. So
there's a lot of cultural learning there.
Yeah.
Okay, that's interesting. Let's talk a little bit about that. Why do you think that these cultures are important? Do you learn anything about your own cultures? Who wants to take that one? Is it you over there?
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not really sure, but yeah, I guess you can learn about other people's cultures.
Other people's cultures, yeah?
Yeah, we heard some real stories about these people who had to travel to a different country because of theirs wasn't safe. So we do learn about other people's cultures.
Okay, it sounds like we're talking about refugees here and people moving into other countries. Yenam, tell me, have you ever been to the club?
Yes.
Do you go to the club?
Yes.
Do they take people who are so big like you? They do. You're big, aren't you? What do you think? Are you big or small? You're small. Okay, do they take small people like you?
Yeah.
Do you think if I
They can
come...
take big people or small people.
They can take big or small. Do you think if I come, they'll let me in? You think they'll let me in? Okay, that sounds good. Now, tell me, Busi, if you had a choice to go to this club, do you feel like you have to go because your parents ask you to go, or do you go because you really would like to go there and would go anyway?
I do go because my parents have asked me to go, but now that I've been there and it's quite a good club, so I know that even if my parents hadn't asked me to go, I would go now.
Oh, sounds good. So other than reading, do you do any other activity? Any other activities there, Yaira?
We don't read there. We just talk about the book and see everyone's opinions on the book and how they felt when they read it and all sorts. We don't. The younger ones do activities. I know they do like crosswords and stuff like that.
So when you go there, you've already read the book at home.
Yeah.
And then when you come there, it's about what you are learning out of it.
Yeah.
That's deeper than I thought. You're quite doing some good work. Now let's talk about a book you've read, each of you on 10, and what you liked about that particular book. Let's start with you, Maureen.
We've read a book called Akisi, and
Akisi, is it this one here?
Yeah.
Right.
So it's about this girl, and she's getting into mischief and doing naughty stuff, and it's actually a really good book.
Well, what's good about somebody doing some naughty stuff?
It's because let's say in one of them they were looking after a baby and they just found somewhere, and they were about to give it food from the floor, and sometimes it's funny what they do. Yeah, that's just why. That's why
it's great. And you, Chizzie, which book did you read and which one did you like most? Have you any character that is favorite to you?
I think I like this one because when I read it, it kind of told me that things that people have to go through. So I thought it was a very good book because it told us what's happening around the world.
You're a very clever one, aren't you? I like that. So that's the other side of truth.
Yeah.
Do you now know what the other side of truth is?
Kind of, yeah.
What is the other side of truth?
Well, it's that people have to leave their homes because of some of their parents' jobs, and people just don't like what they're saying. They have to leave their homes just because they've done nothing wrong, but just people want them out.
Right, that's interesting. Busi, let's talk about The Hate You Give. Have you read that one?
Yes.
What is it about?
It's about a girl whose friend was shot in the car for pulling out a brush.
People shoot people for pulling out a brush these days?
The man claimed to have thought that the brush was a gun.
Oh, is this the American thing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, okay. So what are we learning from that?
Like, you may think it's the right thing to do, but sometimes you just need to play for people's personalities just to keep yourself safe.
All right. So who's getting who are you giving advice here?
That's just what I learned from the book.
Okay, that's good. And how is the ending? Good or bad? Have you finished it?
Yeah.
Okay, so you guys get to read big books like this. Yeah, right, that's interesting. And what did you? Which one did you like, Yaira?
I like The Hate You Give because I liked how it gave you an insight on American shootings, because in the UK there's not a lot of that here, but in America you hear about it. But this book shows you the emotion people felt. You can really feel Star's emotions in the book.
I like that. That's deep. Yeah. And is there anything you would change if you had power to change the world? What would you change?
I think I'll change how people felt about black people in general, because I think secretly that police officer knew that he was pulling out a brush, but he judged him too quickly just because he was black, which that needs to change.
The world needs to be a better place, isn't it? That's great. Well, guys, thank you for coming and for having a chat with me.
Yeah,
We're gonna get back to the other side and talk about more things. Right, welcome back. We've got I've added some new guests today, so we still have Yaira at my far left. We have Yewukai, Busi, Nozuelo, Paidamoyo and Maureen. Welcome to my new guests. Yewukai, how are you doing?
I'm fine, thank you.
You're doing good. And Paida, you okay?
Yeah.
You're doing all right? Are you happy?
Yeah.
Good. Let's hear, Yewukai, what you think about the club, the reading club. What do you normally do? Are you the one that makes all the noise, or what is it? What do you do? What's your role?
I enjoy writing our own version of the story. I enjoy that a lot, and yeah.
So you get to write, other than just reading and telling the story. What sort of writing is this?
So we do our own version of like the first chapter of the story, but make it our own and twist it a bit, or act it out.
Oh, right. I didn't know that. That's interesting. Now, Paida, I see you're already busy with the reading. That's good. What do you do there? Have you been to the club?
Yeah.
How many times have you been? A few times, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So tell me, what have you done there? What do you think? Why do you think it's important that you go there?
Just love reading.
Lovely. If you can speak up for me.
Yeah.
You just love reading.
Yeah.
Okay. Good. So have you read any of these books that are here?
Read that one.
That one. What do you think about that one? Which one is it?
Busi.
Okay. What is it about it that you like? Do you like anything in it?
I just read the book without thinking.
Okay, great. That's fine. We'll get back to it. Think about it. Which one, Yewukai, stands out for you?
I enjoyed reading The Hate You Give.
The Hate You Give. Okay. If you guys liked that book before you joined us, but tell us what's your reason for liking that one?
Well, I guess it's the story that it gives and how other people see the world.
Tell me, what do you think? How do they see the world? How does it project it to you?
So in this book, Star has got two versions of herself because to one set of people she is happy and cheerful, to other people she's different and not as happy. So I think it's how people portray themselves as two different, how she portrays herself as separate people. Okay,
great. Tell me, so what do you think you benefit, Paida, from going to this club? What is it that's new that you have learned, and would you? And then we can talk about whether or not other guys think some people should join. But have you benefited anything? Do you think this club gives you something extra?
Yes, it makes me a bit more confident in reading aloud and makes me enjoy reading a lot.
Okay, what about, to either of you, what about the story, and both of you can come in at any point here. What about the story, The Hate You Give, that all three of you on that side like, that stands out to you? Do you think it's a lesson to you? What does it teach you about the community you live in? I know you've already talked about that these things that seem to be happening in America don't happen here, but would they happen here? What have you any ideas about why they don't happen here?
I don't know why it doesn't happen as much here, but I know it happens there more because there's more slavery there and it lasted longer in America. But what's different is it wasn't about the racism, because there's some black police officers that didn't like black people. I know that sounds weird, but I think it was just how the police officers were. I think if you were a police officer, you're meant to act one way.
Okay.
To fit in.
Wow. Wow. I like that. Well, what do you think?
I think it, I think it happens here, but to a different extreme. So there's where they say the police are shooting here, maybe here the police and that they don't shoot, but they feel like maybe if the same people had committed the same crime, but one was maybe black and one was maybe white, the punishments would not be the same.
Okay, all right. Okay, you're learning some things there. I mean, we could go deeper into that in your own lessons. But who chooses these books? Does anybody want to answer on this side? Who chooses the books that you read?
Well, sometimes after we've read a book, near the end, sometimes we see which books are good to read, and then I think we decide on a book to read, and
so you decide as a group.
Yeah.
Okay, that's interesting. And Nona, here, what is the? Do you go to this club?
Yes.
Okay. Do they take small people? Are you small or big? I mean, I don't know. I mean, I don't want to. I don't want to say you're small or big. I mean, what are you? Are you big, small?
I'm big.
Oh, okay. Do they take big people like you in this club?
Yes, sometimes.
Sometimes. Have you read any of these books?
I've read The Other Side of Truth.
The Other Side of Truth. Which one is that one? Is it this one here? Okay. What did we get from The Other Side of Truth?
The Other Side of Truth is, I got that how it was hard for them because in the morning, in the first chapter, their mother got shot.
Okay.
And she was a nurse. And there was these two children who went to this care place, but then after they they found where their family was. But at first they were with a care family.
Okay. So who shot their mother? That's a very sad story. Who shot their mother?
We don't know in the book, but all we know is that one of the girls called Zaid was packing her bag, and then she heard a loud noise, and all her things fell out of her bag, and she was coming down the stairs, and then she saw her mom.
Oh, that's sad. So what do you think about what do you feel about this book?
I feel like it's kind of like a sad story, but these things do happen in life. This could be a true story.
Okay.
And I feel like we've all got to go through it. It's going to happen in life. We've got to go through it because it's a part of life, and that life doesn't just mean everything's going to be happy.
Yeah, darling, but life is not. It shouldn't be sad, okay? But well, it's a nice story. Paida, which one did you read other than the other one? Did you read another one?
I read a bit of that, but then lost the book.
Oh, you lost the book. Are you gonna get a new one? Are you in trouble for losing the book? No.
Not really.
Not really. Okay, that's good. At least it's good that that you're not in trouble. But let's get back to the broader story, not just of the books. Let's talk about, and anybody can come in here, any of you guys, and I know you're clever ones. Let's talk about the club itself. Do you think that it adds any value to you as individuals, to your communities, and what sort of value does it? Have you learned anything that you would not have learned if you were just reading in school? Anybody wants to come in here? Okay.
I think that the things that I've learned that I wouldn't have learned in school are these things that do happen in life that I wouldn't have learned in school if I didn't go to the book club. If I didn't read The Other Side of Truth, I wouldn't know how you've got to go through those things in life when it happens.
Okay.
I want them knowing that like you've got to go through. I know that some people think there's a lot of pain, but I wouldn't have known that like it's gonna be over.
Life has got challenges, isn't it? Okay, but it shouldn't be like that. I think life should be enjoyable. We should all make it easy. Okay, people shouldn't go about shooting other people. That sort of thing.
I think it's unfair to the people because sometimes people shoot because of race and they don't know the person. I think it's not fair because other people want to have a nice life and you're just destroying it for them. You're just making it hard. I think the only thing that you should do is do it because you know them.
Yeah, but we should say that the people in America are generally nice people. Only a few people do this thing. Not everybody who does that, right?
Yeah.
Okay, and that when it happens, sometimes, most of the time, action doesn't get taken. But of course, it's not nice that people get shot at all. Paida, you wanted to say something?
Just because about the book club, we get more time spent discussing about the books that we've read. Because in my school, we only like get a limited time of reading.
Mm-hmm.
We only do it for 15 minutes in the morning from when we come to school.
So that gives you a lot more time to get on with your books and a lot of reading.
Yeah.
I like that. Did somebody else want to come in here?
It gives a lot more freedom to read than not necessarily just the book you're reading, but lets you explore and teaches you like books are a lot more than just what people say they are. Like people just cut and boring stuff, but they can actually be a lot more entertaining.
Right. I didn't know that. Thank you. Somebody else wants to say something here? Okay.
I think it's different from reading at school because when you read at school, most of the time you're doing private reading, so you're not reading the same book. So it's not really there's not really much time where you can discuss the book and like understand the book more. Because when you talk to others about the book and share opinions, you can think to their opinions as well and understand the book more.
Okay, thank you. Look, it's been very nice to have you as my guest today. I'll tell you that I've never had such a lovely and nice group of great individuals. On the other side of this show, on the second hour of this show, I'm going to have the adults and I'm going to try and understand why they set this up and why they think it is important. But I think that they may have much broader goal than we may have got here. We'll see if they've got much more to say. I think you probably have said everything that it's saying. So guys, thank you very much. I hope to see you here again soon. Please do come. Don't be scared. You've done extremely well. So this is African Voices, and I'm Dr. Sibanda together with my guests. I thank you for watching. I'll see you on in the second half.